All right, welcome back to our channel once again, Princess Seat. Today is the 15th of August 2025, and we bless the Lord for his everyday goodness, loving kindnesses, and mercy. Now, the matter of concern this morning that I want to bring to your notice is very, very important. And I feel everyone who has had time and chances to listen to us in time, they have gotten some level of wisdom, knowledge, understanding from what we've been able to proffer to the community, not by might, not by power, but by his grace and mercy. This morning, we were told yesterday that slot selling had ended. For those of you in some of the WhatsApp groups, you will understand what I'm saying, that registration closed right now. They said it clearly. We even saw some celebratory messages flying around. People finally believed the exploitation was over. Yet, as we speak, another personality has emerged, now pushing a new narrative. You can still register people up until the disbursement date. Now, if you have been around these grants and NGO circles for a while, you know this is not new. The pattern is painfully predictable. First, the promise of a cutoff date creates a kind of urgency for the people. Then just when you think the door is shut, they reopen it, and this time with a renewed push for more registrations. Now, what is the goal of this exactly? Extract every last drop from the pockets of people who are already financially strained, dangling hope in front of them like bait before a hungry fish. Now, in societies where poverty level and unemployment is very high, the hunger for a quick escape can actually cloud judgment of the people. People hear grant, they hear of NGO, they hear of disbursement, and instantly, what do they think? They think of relief. A relief system has come to pay their bills for them. In other words, their bills would be settled. Their businesses will be started, or somehow those who have started earlier, their businesses will be enhanced. School fees will be cleared. And the thought alone is intoxicating. You know that? So when someone, especially someone who speaks with authority or someone who claims to have some direct links to the organizers, begins to tell them, hey, there is still a way to get in, they don't pause to ask. They just rush into it. No question, no vetting. They just rush into it like a fish going for a hook. Now, this is where the problem lies. I see that people aren't just victims, they are also participants. Yeah. Not in the sense that they are guilty of exploitation, but in the sense that their blind trust and lack of due diligence empower these opportunities. They inadvertently try to empower these opportunists to fund their pockets, fund their own bills. And it's so astonishingly easy to project authority today. Very, very, very easy. It's a surprise. But you know, with a smartphone and an internet connection, anyone can open a WhatsApp group, create a Telegram platform channel, or even start a Facebook Live session, claiming that they have insider access to an NGO or any grant body. They post documents, sometimes it can even be poorly photoshopped, what of you, that looks a little bit official, or the way they talk looks as if they have an insider report. They share voice note with fake urgency. They drop big names and throw in some biblical motivational quotes or sound trustworthy. Somehow, they just try to pray into your intellectual capacities. And it works. It's working for them. I tell you the truth. They are making serious money off your urgency, off your inquisitiveness, off your curiosities. They are. and why the masses keeps falling. If we strip it down to the root cause of this, it's not just about greed or insensitivities. It's about human needs. Imagine a struggling mother who hears that she can pay 2,000 for a slot that might bring her 200,000 in grand disbursement. What would first happen is that her mind will calculate, even if it's a 50-50 chance, it's worth the risk. And somebody told me just a couple of days ago and said, leave me for my risk. It's risk, so let me take my risk. You know? And that's how people justify it themselves. The irony is that the smaller the slot fee, the easier it is to pull in thousands of registrations. And when thousands send in small amounts, the total becomes so massive. That's exactly why the manipulators don't stop. They see how easy it is. They know the formula works. And they know that the masses themselves will help to spread it. So these slot sellers, they don't always work alone. Sometimes they create ambassadors within the community, ordinary people who have been convinced that they are helping their families and friends by spreading the news. Now, these ambassadors, what do? They just collect payments, they send them to the main organizers and hoping to get a commission from that. It's a commission, it's a win-win situation, or at least secure their own slot. So it's a loop. It's a loop. Now, first, the new narrative emerges. A kind of slot still open, still disbursement date has been peddled by this woman, and urgently it spreads. A kind of, they push up a narrative. Don't miss this last minute opportunity, because the window is open now for a while. It can close any moment. So registration begins to quickly flood in. Money keeps rolling to the organizers, and rumors of disbursement fuel hope. So it's going to close. Get in now. Cut-off date has been shifted again, so the cycle repeats. Now, social media has amplified this entire scheme. Years ago, some scams like this requires in-person meetings or at least phone calls. But now, all it takes is a viral WhatsApp broadcast or a kind of Telegram announcement, and within hours, thousands of people are aware and acting starts up. The dangerous part is that people often see the same message from multiple contacts and take that as a proof of authenticity, because people are flooding in, and so it is authentic. To me, it is a psychological trap. If 10 people I know are talking about it, it must be real. That is what they think. But what if those 10 people are all just as uninformed as you are? So there is a responsible question. And this is where it gets so complicated. On one hand, those running these schemes are fully responsible for their actions. They are knowingly exploiting the vulnerable people. On the other hand, the masses keep the engine running by falling also, and also failing to verify, and by spreading the very narratives, they are harming them. They're just harming themselves. Some will argue, don't blame the victims. And in many cases, that's fair. But in situations where information is freely so much available and red flags are quite obvious, personal responsibility plays a role, a vital role too. If you have been burned by slot selling once and you still rush into the next one without checking, I tell you, the blame starts to shift. I want us to be blunt right now. See, slot selling is a business model. Whether you know or you don't know, is a business model. For those at the top, it's not just about charity, it's about cash flow. They disguise it with noble language and emotional appeals to you so that you can take it emotionally. You feel pity for yourself and you plunge into a mad scramble to ensure that you are not left out. Now, but the mathematics tells the truth. For instance, if you collect 2,000 from 5,000 people, that's how much? 10 million. 2,000 naira from 5,000 people that is easily achieved on Telegram, easily achieved on WhatsApp. You've just gained 10 million, a whooping sum of 10 million naira. And that's just one wave. Now imagine doing that 3 or 4 times before disbursement date. The cycle, you repeat the cycle again 3 times, you repeat the cycle again 4 times, and you just see people are buying houses, buying cars off your vulnerabilities. And the best part for them, they don't even need to deliver anything tangible. As long as they can keep hope alive, people will wait. And while they wait, more money keeps coming in. So that's how the cycle will likely play out, based on history and patterns. What actually happens, some ways that those things happen is that the last minute slot push will continue up until a few days before the supposed disbursement date. And as the date approaches, excuses will surface again. Technical delays, verification issues, funds held up at the bank, and blah, 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 all those barbados. A new timeline again will be announced, giving them more time to collect more slots. And more slots means more money. So the cycle repeats, possibly for months. What of you? In all of this, how do you protect yourself? Brothers, sisters, I'll be with you shortly and in a moment. Don't touch the dial. Don't go away. All right, welcome back, and still on course. This is Prince's Seat, and definitely you should know that we will protect your image, protect your vulnerability, and also try to make sure that you are not impoverished with the little resources you have left. Now, how do you protect yourself? If you want to break free from this exploitation circle, I will give you some practical understandings that you need to have. First, ensure that you verify, and you verify again. Don't you send a piece of a kobo to anyone until you have confirmed the NGO or the grant body that you are working with that it exists. And as a real track record, don't. Secondly, ensure that you check official sources. Most legitimate grant or slot selling programs, whatever you have, a public announcement, official public announcement, not from individuals, verifiable contacts that are quite official, not personal. Thirdly, ensure that you avoid urgency traps. That's what I call it, urgency traps. If someone says you must pay today or miss out, that's a red flag. It's a red flag. See, the door is open just for a few more days. That's a red flag. Ask hard questions, very hard questions. Where is the money headed to? This money I'm paying to you right now, where is it going? Does it even have receipt? Is it heading to your pocket? Who is managing it? What legal documents backs it up? Then ensure that you listen to your God. Listen to your God. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Yeah, it probably is. Now, on a final thought, the truth is, slot selling thrives because it feeds on human emotion, two human emotions precisely, and that is hope and fear. Now, hope that this will finally be the break that you've been waiting for. Then the fear that if you don't act now, you'll miss out and actually be left behind. But here's the hard reality that you must know. Every time that we fuel these schemes with our money and our silence, we keep them alive. The moment the masses collectively refuse to play, the slot sellers loses their power. Until then, expect the narrative to keep changing, and you expect new personalities to keep emerging, and expect the cycle to continue unless you in person, you decide to step out of it and hush the progress. Then it stanches. Else, you build them their monument, you build them their citadel, you build them their structures, you build them their houses, you buy them their cars. This is Princess City. In case you are new, don't forget, subscribe, hit the bell so you don't miss out on vital updates. We love you. We are for the masses, and that which pertains to you, you would get. God bless you and have a nice day. Subscribe, don't forget, push that notification button so you get updates on the regular. Have a nice day.